Thanks for listening to the AZ12 podcast. I'm your host, Mike Luke, joined by Jason Shear and ASU's finest. When you think of the greats that have come through ASU, the man on the right is one of them. Hello, Kyle Dodd.
What's up, fellas? How are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. First of all, we're going to go back and forth here. What are your initial thoughts on this game and, just kind of what you're looking for?
I mean, every rivalry game has some obviously emotion to it, but we are limping into this to say the least. Not a lot of available bodies in Tempe, so we'll see who shows up in Tucson. It seems like every night there's a new injury or something going on. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think obviously the guys that show up are continuing to play hard, and I am proud of that for the guys that are on the floor. They continue to battle. It's just been a number of things that have gone wrong this year for sure.
Sure.
How much of this do you think is injuries versus like roster construction? A little bit of both. Like the injuries are crazy, but at the same time, like I guess what I'm asking is how much better do you think this team would be if healthy? Like how good would ASU be?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I would have loved to seen everybody stay healthy. We know that's that's an excuse. I mean, everybody's got injuries, but yeah, I mean, we were playing some good basketball. I mean, I was looking this morning just what St. Mary's has done this year. I mean, 27-4, and I mean, we went toe to toe with them and beat them in the non-conference, feeling well. Josan Sannon had 6 straight, 18 put. Yeah, your guy Mike, 18 points, in 6 straight games, rolling into the conference, and it looked like JQ starting to play a lot better, and the veteran guys were just kind of filling the pieces and doing their thing, and I just felt really good about this team going into the Big 12. And then that being said, the injuries started stacking up, among other things, and we've been not able to get on track ever since. And it's crazy because we don't really have any bad losses. And we really have been in mostly every game outside of a couple and had a chance to win a lot of these home games. All that said, we didn't. So it's been tough. And, I think the injuries are one thing, but yeah, there's been some guys that I think, haven't played this year. I mean, Austin Nunez obviously was an injury early on, but Brandon Gardner, a guy that was transferred from USC that just really hasn't ever suited up. I mean, just so the numbers to start weren't great, and then you're getting a couple guys banged up, and yeah, it's been a mess.
All right, KD, I need you to talk some sense into some people. We have about 5 to 10% of the population here, like our friend Javier, that wants. Hey, no, go back to that. I brought that up for a reason, Cody. Please, thank you. We brought. Javier says, Indiana preparing the bag for Lloyd. I hope he goes. That's my opinion. We have about 5 to 10% of the population that thinks Tommy Lloyd stinks and they want him to go. As somebody that has watched Arizona from afar, can you tell these people, am I crazy in thinking that the Arizona fans should want Tommy Lloyd here for a long time? Am I crazy, Kyle?
No, I think Tommy Lloyd's a hell of a coach. I think arguably, this may be unpopular on this show, but I think this may be one of his best coaching jobs this year. I don't think the roster that Arizona has this year is a Arizona, U of A type loaded roster. I mean, there's some nice pieces, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I think Tommy's coached his butt off. I mean, and I think he's remedied a lot of their issues over the last couple years, guarding the 3-point line, different things like that, where he's really done a nice job in the Big 12. I mean, this conference is no joke. And to be where you guys are at, I think it's Tommy and his staff have done a great job, honestly.
Oh, we got to send $10 super snap real quick. I want to know what KD's most memorable game to call and play. Can't use any of the U of A upset games. I know what it is. It was that exhibition against Duke this year.
Oh yeah, that was a blast. I mean, I got to interview Coach K and Coach Hurley Saturday night before that game in just like a on stage question and answer type thing. So that was honestly probably one of the cooler moments of my life, like reliving my childhood as a college basketball guy. But yeah, I don't know. So I can't choose a U of A game.
Oh, sure, you can. When the Richard Jefferson block will always be my favorite. By the way, I am mad at Doug Tamaro. I believe he is lying and covering for you. I have
That's
messaged
not
Doug.
True. Doug would
Tamaro
never
is
cover
lying.
Doug never covered for me. Any chance that Doug gets to throw me under the bus, he takes. So I tried to find this for you because it is ridiculous how bad Rich, and that's one of my biggest regrets in college basketball as a player, that I had a lane that the seas parted and I had a 40-inch vert. That's why I was there. I couldn't shoot, and I went in soft and just tried to lay it in, and Richard tagged that thing not as hard as you could block a shot, to be honest with you. But yeah, I tried to find the video for you, Mike, but
you mess with the paw, you got the glove.
Yeah, it was a rough one.
Yeah. All right, Sheer. You're up.
Obviously, like with football, Kenny Dillingham is probably the recipe for ASU football, right? Like he's doing things that are probably going to get football on the right path. Is there a recipe for Arizona State basketball? Not even like in terms of the coach, but like in terms of what they need to add to the program or the support overall?
Yeah, it's honestly, it's a tough job. It is. I mean, our arena needs a lot of work, obviously. The NIL isn't what other schools, have the luxury of having. But I look back and I know, you guys know I love Bobby. I think Bobby's the right guy for Arizona State. I look back to what he had going prior to COVID. I mean, 3 straight 20-win seasons. That hadn't happened in like 50 years at ASU. I mean, that was, and we're safely in the dance that year that the world shuts down. That was probably his best roster. The next year you have Remy Martin coming back. We have a monster recruiting class. And I'm like, okay, this is where we, go in the right direction. And then, we have to play in front of no fans. Remy doesn't really care anymore. Josh Christopher getting ready for the draft, but Marcus Bagley has his own stuff. I mean, and it just kind of went.
Michelle Gardner went at me after I reported.
That's you and her. I know you guys got your own thing. So I think honestly, then that was right when the landscape of college sports took change. We went deep into the portal, then the NIL arrives, and it's just like it's been up and down ever since. I think he's put some good rosters together, and it's all been a matter of has it clicked and has it not. The Des Cambridge year kind of clicked, and they had some nice pieces, and then they had a great roster this year, and it's just been a number of different things. But I don't know what the recipe is. I think obviously people got to care. I think the energy that you guys have down there, like I laugh and I feed into it, and you guys are instigators just like me. But I always tell people, like, I would love to have Arizona's problems. Like I watch Twitter melt down when you guys have like a bad 5-minute stretch and you're down like 3, and I'm like, oh my God, you guys are all right. Like, yeah. But I don't know. I think it's just I think that energy and the passion that the fan base showed for football and Kenny is what you would want to have in your basketball program at Arizona State.
I got a question about some apparel that Kyle Dodd has and something that I need to pay off here. But first, Kyle Dodd, what are you doing on Saturday?
I am announcing the Texas Tech ASU game in Tempe.
You don't need to go to that. Here's what you need to do. We're having a watch party at RJ's Frozen Cactus in Tucson. Here's what you do. You come to that one instead. Call in, have somebody else do it, and you can come down and you can have a bunch of craft beers with us at the watch party and watch a better game, Arizona, Kansas. I think you should do this, Kyle Dodd.
ASU's at 6. Kyle has plenty of time.
You have plenty of time, Kyle. There's no reason to not come down here.
This is true, and maybe get a couple craft beers in me, and I might have a little more fun on the broadcast, Harry Carey style,
Yeah, I was going to say, bring Tim down as well. Yes, exactly. And again, and if you want to fly your private jet, they have such a big parking lot that you can literally park the private jet there and then just get right back as well. We won't tell anybody, Kyle Dodd. Wink, wink, wink. You should come down there, though. Everybody's going to be down there this Saturday. We had a great showing last time. Very excited to do this again. And Kyle Dodd, another thing I'm going to try to help you with, Baggins. Have you ever been to Baggins?
I have not.
What are we doing here?
Actually, no. Now that I see the logo, I actually have been there. Yeah.
All right.
It's like a
they have one in Scottsdale.
Yeah.
They have one in Scottsdale.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you live in
Very
Scottsdale?
Good.
Are you one of the bougie, ritzy people?
I am in Chandler, so I can't be giving U of A people where I live, Mike. You guys hate me down there.
Well, Chandler.
Yeah, I live in Buckeye.
Yeah.
No, I live
Sure,
in
what were we
Chandler.
gonna, sure, what were we gonna say?
What is your exact address, Kyle, for the fans?
Yeah,
Can we have your
exactly.
social?
Yes.
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 Yes. Jeremiah Dibble, great Jeremiah Dibble says, Mike, save me a spot at RJ's $9.99. Absolutely. Absolutely, Jeremiah Dibble. We'd love to see you down there. All right. But Kyle Dodd, you should go there. But here's the deal, Kyle Dodd. You can save money. You can save yourself 15%. You and the family. I know you got growing kids that are doing all kinds of good stuff. Use AZ12 and get 15% off, my friend. 15% off. Go up there and you can get a cookie. They always give you a cookie as well. The cookie is very, very tasty. Yummy, yummy in my tummy. Check it out, Kyle Dodd. All right. You will thank me later. All right, let's see here. There's a lot of support for Bobby Hurley in this chat. Alex Rabb, who has done amazing work. The intro that we have, there's no way that I could have ever done that. He did this. And for $1.99, he is saying extend Hurley. There's a lot of support for Bobby Hurley down here.
Yeah, and the joke is not funny.
What do you
No,
mean?
I'm just kidding. But it's funny because like the one or two people that said it right away, but like 5-6 weeks later, I get it every single morning in my DM. I'm like, okay, I get it. But here's my thing. This is the God honest truth. I don't understand why, like I do understand. I shouldn't say that, but it is really weird. Again, like, why are you worried? Why are so many fans DMing me every morning about Bobby Hurley? You know, like I always found it fascinating. I had people that were on Lute's good friends that were on Lute Olson's staff, and they said Lute was like obsessed with ASU. Like, really, he just was bothered by everything that we did or whatever. And I always found that fascinating because I'm like, why? You never, ever lost to us. Like, why do we matter? So that's kind of the thing with Bobby Hurley. I get that he's easy to hate for you guys and stuff, but I get that every single morning. Hey, I agree, Kyle. I want Bobby a lifetime contract. I mean, okay, fine. It's funny. Haha.
We need to get Bobby Hurley, or we need to Bobby Hurley. We need to get to Kyle Dodd more. We're getting paid left and right. Another $9.99 super snap from Andre Veras. One more for the great KD. Who has been your favorite player to cover and why? What do you got?
Oh man, probably a guy that was probably only here 1 year. Zylan Cheatham was one of my favorites.
A millennium.
Yeah, really, really fun to cover. The guard you guys, Trey Holder, Shannon Evans, Cody Justice were really fun for me.
Did you say the guard you guys?
That year, you know what I'm talking about. They
guard you.
Yeah. They didn't guard you, but they scored. So, I think that group, just because it was it was, for me, it was like probably the coolest little stretch that we've had. And it was the last time that we saw 4-year Sun Devils or 4-year Wildcats or 4-year Bruins, or for that matter, they were true Sun Devils. They were here for 4 years. They went through some ups and downs, but ultimately they had good careers and stuff. So I really enjoyed those guys. But yeah, I mean, there's so many. There's a lot. I mean, Remy was fun. Remy was really fun.
Remy was fun. We should have some Remy and
Lou Dort. Again, the guy was only here a year, but Lou was a guy that was just selfless. Did anything that he needed. I mean, he was a big time recruit, but literally he would guard. He'd come off the bench. He'd do whatever you needed. So those are the guys.
What about Marcus Bagley? Is he on the short list?
Bagley's my guy, man. Those guys are family friends, so I can't. I know where you're going.
I just asked. It was an innocent question.
He didn't. Yes, he didn't.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
I didn't cover him much. Yeah, I didn't cover him. He didn't do much here.
That.
So yeah,
we got a $9.99 from the great Rage. We do not mess with Rage. Rage is the last person in the world that I would ever want to get into fisticuffs with. That's why we like him giving us money instead of getting into a fight. Thank you, Rage. Appreciate you. Okay, Kyle Dodd. Let's talk a little bit now about this season, though. Oh, hey, look at this. Comic Book Chris. Is this I assume this is an ASU fan. I used to view Luke as an annoying, nerdy guy. Well, I am. Now I love him. An annoying, nerdy guy I could hang out at Club Confess with. Well, either way, Kyle Dodd likes me. All right, now, I want to show you something. I want to show you the... no, we're not going to get your comment. Rage, all right, here's what we have. We like Rage. Rage hates... I almost said Kyle Love. One of my best friends' name's Kyle Love. He hates Caleb Love. So, Rage, we're not going to read all of your mean Caleb Love remarks. We will not read those. But... before we get into this game, I got to do something where I bridge the gap between Tucson and Tempe. Cody James Martin, pull this video up, please. There we go. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at Mike Luke taking the lead, boom, getting in there, and then Sheer with the weakest handshake ever and the weakest embrace ever. But that is where it actually that is actually where everything broke down. Look at this. Look at this. That was a moment in time. You know, there's some things that people just remember forever. This will be one of those moments for both of you young men, both of you guys.
You know what? I'll tell you, like I told people this after last the game a couple weeks ago when all the stuff went down. And as I get older, man, I really don't enjoy the rivalry anymore. I think it brings out the worst in all of us. I guess that's me being a father and a family guy, but it's not fun anymore. I mean, I'll still get after it and make the jokes and whatnot. But like the reality for me is that it's not that big a deal. I told someone I had to separate myself from this because I would walk into McHale and I'd see 3 cute little kids that had, U of A jerseys on, and I'd look and I'd go, man, I hate these kids. Like, I can't stand these little kids. And I'm like, wait, why? How do you hate kids that are cute? I have kids. And I had to like separate myself because I couldn't understand why I felt the way I felt about it. And that's, as I get older, it is really, it's not that big a deal. And that's why, it was good to finally meet Sheer, and that's why, me and you, Mike, we still talk. I mean, I do not like you. I don't like anything that you say on Twitter, anything. No, but you're my boy.
Yeah, I like it. Oh, another $9.99 super step. We're getting paid left and right here. Okay, Jeremiah Dibble, great Jeremiah Dibble. One for Katie. Is it true that Jalen Graham got oh, wow. I can't put that on there. Hey, I want to give myself credit on somebody that's not playing today, though, Kyle Dodd. And then Sheer was wrong on that. I was wrong. Jaden Quaintance. I knew that when the college basketball made their acquaintance to him, that they would be very impressed by him. I know he's not playing. That guy is awesome, though. Jaden Quaintance he's the real deal Holyfield. He's very, very good.
He's a better kid, too. That's the scary part. And he really is just a kid. I mean, he won't turn 18 till this summer. He may be one of my favorites, too, just because it's innocent with him. He just plays hard every night. I tell people all the time he carries like a beat up basketball, like an outdoor basketball. I mean, he brings it in the breakfast room at the hotels. He carries it around. He's a hooper. And we were in Cincinnati this year. It was like -4 out, and we walked across the street to just from the hotel. There's a steakhouse right across the street. The team did, and he had slides, shorts, and a T-shirt on, and his basketball.
Yeah, like one of those like Pizza Hut basketballs. Remember those Pizza Hut basketballs?
Yes, and everybody's like, JQ, what? Like, and he's like, oh, I'm fine. I mean, he's genuinely a good kid, and that's the crappy part about him getting hurt is he was just getting better and better. Defensively, he was already one of the best in the country. Offensively, he has a ways to go, but he was getting more comfortable and playing pretty well too.
All right, we got another super snap. Dennis Walsh, the great Dennis Walsh in the green room, ready to rock. Is this like paying myself? Yeah, Green Valley Decorative rock. All right, now we need to get to the breakdown of the game. We actually got to talk about this here, but first, Kyle Dodd, do you have contacts?
No, I need them.
All right. Well, Arizona Primary Eye Care, no problem. Yes, you fed right into that, Kyle Dodd. You are a natural at this. You are so good at this. Yeah, life comes easy for Kyle Dodd. Arizona Primary Eye Care, though. Here's the great thing about it, though. If you go in there, they're going to give you necessary care. They're not going to try to do things like remove your eyelids for no reason and then charge you to put them back on or like any of that stuff. Or you might look at these glasses right here, Kyle Dodd, and you might say, Mike Luke, man, those things are awesome. Yeah, they're Tom Ford's, baby. $500 worth of Tom Ford stuff. Look how good I am. Everyone stops me now. They don't know who I am, but they care about the glasses. Arizona Primary Eye Care. Get in there. Get them all loaded in there. They got 8 people the first week. New customers. They are going fast. Get in there. Arizona Primary Eye Care. We very much like them. Okay. Now, also, Aeris Dental. Now, have you ever had dental work done, Kyle Dodd?
Yes.
Okay. Good. Well, I mean, yeah, we'll start with that. Good. But have you ever gone in there and they're trying to do all kinds of stuff that you don't need?
Yes.
Yes. All right. And everybody's got a horror story about how they tried to like cut off half their tongue and then, whatever. And you come out of there with that ubula thing or whatever that thing is in the back of your throat and they just remove it. And you're like, that was not necessary care. Aeris Dental does not do that. Aeris Dental says we will only give you necessary care. And guess what? They got implant deals. Not those kind of implants there, Kyle Dodd. Get your mind out of the gutter. They have got dental implants. 1997, the championship package, something ASU doesn't know anything about, where you get the dental implant and the crown, my friend. Check it out. And it's all done, everything there. It's very, very good. I did have a slip up one time, and I by accident called them breast implants. They don't offer breast implants at Aeris Dental. I mean, maybe eventually, but I don't know.
We're working on it.
Yeah, we're working on it. But either way, Kyle Dodd, we will help you out. Okay, let's get to this game. Let's get to this matchup then. What has to go right for ASU to win this game?
Man, I mean, I think obviously, we got to make the game a little crazy, not in a drama type way that happened in Tempe, but yeah, I mean, it's just got to be kind of weird. I think we got to make some shots, but I mean, Saturday, I should say, in Salt Lake, we had 5 scholarship guys available. Coach Hurley's son, young Bobby Hurley, played 20 minutes, did a good job actually battling, and but Joe Son kind of found himself again. He made a lot of shots, and we were up most of the game, and then literally for the first time, like the numbers, we ran out of gas, foul trouble, and then that's a main key. We can't have anybody in foul trouble because I mean you'll see tonight. I mean we literally have five dudes, and by the way, one of those dudes was in high school and right before Christmas, Trevor Best. So yeah, it's gonna be tough. I know you guys won't feel sorry for us, but yeah, it's gonna be an uphill battle for sure. But I will say that again, these guys, for whatever, to tip their hats to them, they continue to play hard, and that's for the people that say, "Oh, Bobby's lost the locker room." Nah, they have every reason to just go out and mail it in, and they haven't to this point. So.
All right, Andre Veras, and then Shearer, you get to us. Katie, us fans see Bobby on the court. You see him off the court. What is Bobby like off the court? Do you have a favorite story? Yeah,
I tell people all the time. Bobby is what you see on the court is probably what made Bobby a great player, because he was undersized. I mean, he had to be a little wild and crazy competitive, and that's where you see what boils over on the court. But I can honestly tell you that is a great human being. He is a great man. My favorite story, probably, there's several stories of him doing really cool things, but we were in Washington at UW one time on the bus, taking the bus to shoot around. We had pulled up to a stoplight, and like across the street, there was 2 homeless guys sitting on the corner, and one of them had a, no joke, Duke, like Bobby Hurley jersey on. And the bus stopped. We didn't know what was going on. The bus stopped. We see Coach get off the bus. He crosses the crosswalk, goes and talks to the guy, hands the guy something. And I mean, obviously it was money, but we don't know what, but we just saw this guy. Like, it was, I'm sure he's to this day, he's probably telling himself, did that really happen? And we were all just, we're all on the bus like, oh my God, this guy. And the guy's trying to tell his buddy, hey, like, did you just see that? And his buddy's not really coherent, and his buddy's looking at him like, have another drink. Like he's like, whatever. But this guy's going crazy. He had nobody to celebrate with, but just stuff like that. I mean, he's honestly just a really good dude off the floor, a family guy, loves Tempe, loves to be here. So on the floor, I mean, there's nobody that wants to win more than him, and I think that's why you see the way he is.
Sure.
How many threes? I usually have a number in my head, but how many threes do you think ASU shoots tonight? And I realize that's kind of what they have to do.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it could be 40.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably. Yeah, we just don't have a lot of options. I mean, Sean Phillips has really started to play well, but he has trouble staying in the game with fouls and stuff, and he's not a guy that you're going to throw the ball to a bunch on the block. Bashir Jihad, the guy you can go to the post or mid post a little bit, but we're going to have to probably spread it out a little bit, and we're going to have to get him up. I'm gonna assume that Joe Son's gonna have to have a big game. He's one of the guys that can put in the basket after the departure of BJ and whatnot. So we'll see.
All right, Hal J with a 199 super snap. Katie, ever go to a rage room with Bobby? That was funny. All right, I'm going to tell you my one qualm with Bobby, and it's not the qualm that most people have with Bobby. I don't care how Bobby Hurley acts. That means nothing to me. My problem with this, and I don't want you to get in trouble, so you don't have to say anything if you don't want to, Kyle Dodd. Okay? All right. Okay. All right. Yeah. My problem was calling out a player. Coaches don't do that. That is my only problem my only real problem that I had with that. I don't care about the handshake or anything like that. Whatever. I don't like calling out a player. That was my one issue that I had with Bobby Hurley and all that. And then he doubled down. I didn't like it.
You're right. I don't want to say anything.
Yeah. Kyle Dodd doesn't have to say anything. But Sheer, you knew that from the beginning. Everybody was talking about like the butt of the head of the butt, or the head of the butt. Either way, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I didn't like that. You don't have to say anything though. Also, let's talk about now, how big of a loss though is it not having a Freeman out there though for, why are you yelling? I want to yell. But how big of a loss is it though, not having him? He was the leading scorer after all.
Yeah. I mean, he's a guy he's put in the basket a lot of places, other stops. He was a scorer, but I mean, obviously there was just one too many incidents. And I give Bobby and the staff credit that even in a season like this and the numbers that we have right now, to move on from the guy that was playing pretty well and putting it in the basket for you, it was just I think, and then the funny thing is we play really, really well, and beat Kansas State on the road without him. And I actually really liked the lineup they rolled out there. We had a big lineup. We went Sean Phillips at the 5, JQ at the 4, Bashir at the 3, and then our 2 guards. And we played really well. And then of course, Sun Devil luck, JQ gets hurt. Right. And tough one.
All right. Before we let you go, a couple things. First of all, Kyle Dodd is one of the really, really, really good ones. We like this. Again, I like people, like I said, I like bantering with people. But the thing that I like about it, though, is that it can be fun. Kyle Dodd is a good person. We don't need to be mean to people. And you know what's funny, too, is I didn't even meet Kyle Dodd. I just started pestering him after a while, and we became buddies. I mean, that's the way of my life. I think most people are like, Mike Luke, that guy's a dork. Correct. I am a dork. But guess what? I will break your will with my persistence. How about that, Kyle Dodd?
Yeah, I mean, at first I didn't know how to take you, and then I just saw tweet after tweet about farting and whatnot. So I thought this guy can't be that bad, So
yeah, no, exactly. All right, give us a prediction on the game, and then I got to tell you one thing that you guys have that I wish we had.
Prediction on the game. I'm gonna go. Sun Devils 62-61 in a junkyard dog brawl.
Are you bringing your jersey down?
I am bringing my jersey down. You got to pay up, brother.
Yep, I know. I will be at the
I was going to ask if that's happening. It's still happening. He didn't forget, Mike.
I brought it up for a reason. I mean, I will be over there about 8:40 to go.
Yeah, you know what though? I appreciate you paying up. I had to back the A for what was it, 24 hours, I think.
Right. Yeah. Oh no, now you do have to realize though, I do leave the game at halftime though, because I got to get back for the post game. So I only wear it for I'm only gonna wear it for the first half. Then I'm gonna.
Yeah. Okay. No worries.
All right. Now, how can you get us one of those Kenny Dillinghams? We need one of those guys. Let's bring him over. How do we get one of them?
Oh man, he's the best. He's really good, guys. He's everything that you see is behind the scenes. I mean, he truly is that guy, and he's perfect for ASU. I think everybody's really trying to bottle that up. Especially in the world we live in. He's all in for his players, really.
Yep. All right, Kyle Dodd, you're the man. We appreciate it. Sheer, we disagree with his score prediction, and that's called a tease for when Kyle Dodd gets us off. Anyway, safe travels, and I'll see you this evening. Yes, all right. And just real quickly, so people know, so that Cambridge shot from like 10,000 feet away is the bet that I lost, and I had to wear a Kyle Dodd jersey for a game, so he's bringing it down.
Kyle, you'll like this. I had to pick up tickets or credentials, I think like a year or two ago, whenever it was, from Doug Tamarone. He hands me an envelope and he goes, open it. I go, why? It's a credential. But when I get home, he goes, just open it. And I open the envelope, and there's the front page of the Phoenix paper with Cambridge hitting the shot.
Oh man, you know what the best part about that day was? Honestly, like even U of A fans, on the way out of the arena, there was people that were just like, man, good game, dude. That nobody could even say anything. I mean, we just never win there, so I think even you guys were all right. But yeah, I'm glad Mike gets to wear them. Just I'm sure I'll get it back with like nacho cheese and and spilled beer and whatnot on it. But,
well, as small as I am, it's gonna look like a dress on me.
Yeah.
Though, so I'm gonna have to. I will tuck it in and wear my pants high. But all right, KD, you're the man. Safe travels. See you this evening,
fellas.
buddy.
We'll see you tonight.
All right, later. TTFN. Ta for now. That was awesome. I guess he knew. He's like, this guy just tweets about farts. Can't be that bad. Yes. Oh, Rage Triano. Yes, I'm very glad that I am on Rage's good side. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. All right, we got the great Dennis Walsh coming up here in a couple minutes. I saw Dennis Walsh in the green room. All right, but first we got to get to some stuff here. We got to pay some bills. Okay. Let's see here. What do we got? Green Valley Decorative Rock. Green Valley Decorative Rock. All right. Everybody loves my Sean Connery impression. That goes without saying. We all know this. 2 convenient locations. We're going to have Dennis Walsh probably combat this later on, but we know about the scurrilous rumors going around. Sheer, what are the rumors and what can we do best to combat these rumors?
People think they're only in Green Valley. It's disgusting. It's
You know, there's sometimes, too, when you just have something that is just so disgusting that you don't know how to properly combat it, and that's what takes away from it, too. This is a great place that they deliver. If you buy like a ton of their stuff, they'll deliver to it for free. And again, they're in negotiations for Alcatraz in Indonesia and wherever Manny Pacquiao is from. Is it Indonesia? Is that what you decided? Or no, the Philippines. That's what we were talking about. Or no,
that's where Manny Pacquiao's from.
No, because remember, I thought he was from Indonesia or something. But anyways,
I've never met someone from Indonesia.
Yes, Manny Pacquiao. But anyways, they deliver north to Oracle, west to Marana, east to Sierra Vista Benson, south to Nogales. Basically, any place that Dennis Walsh flies over, they deliver to. All right, check it out. We like Mike. Like Mike. I want to be like Mike. All right, now. What else we got?
That's great.
Comfort X HVAC, my friends. Now we know our good pal Tony Gimino. Now, if there's anybody that is less trustworthy than Tony Gimino, it is him. But that is not the case, though. Look at this. Look at this man right there, Tony Gimino. And he said they were great. And he said he saved about $2,000 from the good folks at Comfort X HVAC. Yummy, yummy. All right. But here's the deal now. Small business with big savings. And again, you're going to want to get on now. Get that preventative maintenance. I just had some done as well. Yeah, residential and commercial HVAC expertise and affordable rates. 520-222-7012. Comfort X HVAC, free routine maintenance for first-time clients. Okay, now let's get one more.
Don't forget, Comfort X HVAC is hiring an experienced technician.
Hire an experienced technician. That means that they are expanding because people are using them. Go ahead and use it because, again, use it or lose it. Yeah, you know the drill. Well, I don't know if you're going to ever lose it. But either way, check it out. Comfort X HVAC, and they are hiring somebody. My old job. Can you imagine how bad I would be installing an HVAC? Not good. Okay. Now we got one more. Okay. Michael Rubin. All right. Deron Johnson. Jason Shearer. You know nothing about Arizona basketball in the past, but you do know about this guy.
Yeah, I do. Sunny sides only, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cello, that was funny. New job for our guy Trey. Be nice. Be nice.
Hey, by the way, on a serious note, good article I have. I want to brag on Trey Townsend. I think everyone should read it. It's free, but he had a lot of really good quotes at yesterday's presser about the whole experience.
Oh,
seriously.
Okay. Yeah. Did he call me out?
I think everybody knows that this season's not going well, but his perspective on it is actually really good. I'm not just, I think people should read it.
All right. You should go to Wildcat Authority to read it, though.
Yes.
Also, So, but anyways, let's talk about people more important than us. Michael Rubin. If you're looking to buy or refinance, reach out to the Rubin Group. He can help you get pre-qualified for a home loan and help answer your questions. Like, how high of a purchase price can you go up to? That's always something I want. I can never afford anything, but I want to know how high I can go up. And what does that and the other monthly payments look like? How much money do you need at closing? What loan programs are available? And by the way, Lighthouse is being released this Friday, March 7th. Get 4% assistance and below market interest rates if you apply the QR code. All right. How can you, he can help you refinance if your current interest rate is 7% or higher, or if you want to tap into your equity. Again, Michael Rubin has helped many people. Help him help you. Help him help you. Okay. Now, real quick, and then we're going to bring in the great Dennis Walsh because we have much to talk about with Dennis Walsh. Trey Townsend. That's why it is. Like I said, I have no problem saying if a kid's not, I don't think a kid's very good at basketball. But at the same time, like I always say, Trey Townsend is winning at life. He's getting paid a lot of money to play at the U of A and be on the U of A basketball team. Meanwhile, I'm talking about him right here. Trey Townsend will be okay, big picture.
Yeah. I hope he plays well tonight. I really do. I think it'd be nice for him to kind of end his McHale and not 20 points. I mean, 20 points would be awesome, but play well. Don't do have bad moments or whatever. I actually assume he's starting because he's a senior. I could be wrong, but we'll see. But yeah, I hope he plays well tonight.
Who's better? I will say this. I'm sure that Trey Townsend's a better person than me. We can agree on this.
Yeah, Trey's a really good dude. And I actually got like a few messages from people like to really drive that point home. Trey's like everyone likes Trey. Like his teammates love him. Coaches love him. He's a really nice dude.
All right, before Dennis Walsh, that is called a drum roll. You will be on here in less than a minute, but we have to push merchandise first because we want to get paid. We like getting paid. Bring us your merchandise, or no, let us give you our. Oh, Cody's talking. Sure.
So, merchandise update. We are unleashing 7 new products today. You have the joggers, sweatpants that everyone's been asking for. You have a beanie. You have a AZ12 polo. You have a AZ12 hoodie. There is a camelback that is embossed with the AZ12 logo. And a woman's tank top that is big.
Oh, women's tank top. Claire, I think you were asking about that. It is here. It is here.
There's also one more thing.
Lots of stickers, Julie. Lots of stickers.
We're releasing a limited time March Madness shirt. It's an AZ12 Wildcat Madness shirt. It will be available from now until the end of April only.
All right. Yes. We will be trafficking the pics. Very, very good. Yes.
Trafficking the pics?
The pics. Oh, that's terrible. So, I have Jared from Subway stuck in my from watching.
Trafficking the pic.
Yeah, that's terrible.
We're gonna send the pics to everyone, whether they want to or not.
Oh, hey, by the way, real quick, are we? Will there ever be AZ12 lingerie?
I don't think that's an option, but we can look into it.
If enough people ask for it, we will provide it. That's what we do around here.
Will there be AZ12 edible underwear? Is that possible?
Hey, put the link up. Cody James Martin, put the link up. There we go. All right, now.
Man, you're just yelling at everyone.
Right, yeah, because I'm excited because we get to talk to Dennis Walsh now.
Everything that I just mentioned is live on the shop right now.
Excellent. All right. Dennis Walsh, let's bring him in. Dennis Walsh, the man.
Yes. From edible underwear, here we are.
Oh my gosh, Dennis Walsh.
Look at him. Look at that guy.
All right, first of all, when did Sheer unblock you, and when was this a big, this had to have been a big day.
It was a big day. I actually don't know when it happened, but I know when he undid it. So I kept saying, he'd post the sales to Wildcat Authority, and I'd ask a question, I'd get no response. And I kept saying, where are you, Sheer? Just give me a response and I'll sign up. Nothing.
I don't know. I don't even know why I muted like that, because usually I know. So it had to be an accident of some sort, because usually I know.
Just take the L. You lied.
So I never blocked him, though. I want to be clear on that.
I get a little annoying. Right. Actually, there's a scurrilous rumor. Somebody in the chat has me blocked.
Who has who blocked?
Could it be Jason's burner account?
No.
It's Lost Highway. Lost Highway.
Yeah. Lost Highway has you blocked? Well, I would have. I like Dennis. I like Dennis Walsh a lot. First of all, we need to talk. Yes, he mutes intentionally. Sheer definitely muted intentionally. But you know what? Sheer made a mistake. He's grown from it. He's gotten better than Dennis Walsh. That's the most important part. Now, we need to talk about Dennis Walsh first, and then we're going to start talking about basketball. Tell us about your flying everywhere and what you do. It sounds like a cool life.
Yeah. So the plane was a good story. So it came back to SRS. I was telling the SRS guys, it's smelly, it's rainy, it's terrible. And they jumped on me like, you couldn't come out here. You can't get on a plane, or you can't, come check this out. You're too poor.
Right.
And so then I posted a picture of the plane clearly in Seattle with the U of A logo. And it's rare that you get mic drops on the internet, but that was it. They just stopped talking. The story actually with the plane, that's not my plane. Sorry, spoiler alert.
You should have lied. You should have lied.
It's actually not my plane.
Definitely should have lied.
But it's actually kind of cool. It's Bert Lopez's plane.
Holy.
Wow.
What has that guy ever done in life?
Weird. Yeah. So I am a pilot, and I fly with his pilot.
Oh, wow.
So I'll fly co-pilot.
Oh, my gosh. Does Bert know how to fly?
Yeah, he gets up there. He doesn't have a license, but yeah, he's flown co-pilot.
Interesting. All right. Does he text as he's flying like you do? We know you do this.
You have to. You have to give a little text. Stay out there a little bit.
Yeah.
No, it's actually it's a lot safer when you're flying than when you're driving.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not safe either way. That's like saying, you know what? It's not as bad for me to do cocaine if I've been doing heroin the whole time or something. Come on, Dennis, you're better than that.
What?
All right. Yeah, I don't know. That's a terrible analogy. Tell us about Sal Point. You're Sal Point's finest, 1997, my friend.
Sal Point, 1997. Yes, let's see. There's Brad in the chat. I was there with Brad Hudson. Brad Hudson played on the team. Actually, you were talking about Santa Clara yesterday. We were at the St. Cyril's play in junior high when that Santa Clara game went down.
Oh, yuck.
Yeah, so it was a double whammy for us. We're in the back at some play we don't want to do.
Were you there with the great Fern Tonella?
Yes, we were there with the great Fern Tonella.
Yes, Brian Stewart?
And Brian's no, actually Brian Stewart went to Orange Grove, so he was South Point later. But Ed Tonella was there. That's his brother who went to UConn. Had the national championship there.
What about, I'm trying to think of guys off the top of my head, a few ones that are a little bit later. John Ash was obviously 96. How about, did you know, was Jason Dickens there yet? Class of 99?
Jason Dickens was there, yes. Had a lot of classes with Jesse Murmis. What's he ever done?
Yeah. What middle school, Jason Dickens?
That I don't know.
McGee. Get it right. Yeah. Come on. And trying to think here. And Brian Peabody. My
Brian Peabody. Buddy. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. We had him, John Ash, and the whole crew.
Hey, Sheer, you want to take a victory lap on the Dylan Anderson thing with Brian Peabody and what we were thinking that maybe wasn't actually, maybe we're.
Yeah, we nailed that. We nailed that. Had he listened to us, he'd be very successful right now because Mike doesn't take many L's. He does, but Dylan Anderson is one of the biggest L's that he's taken in years.
Yeah. And so we tried to get Brian Peabody. We gave him Dylan Anderson's father's phone number when we were at Bob Dobbs, and he stepped outside to call him to try to get him to go to Pima. And we're like, well,
yes.
He said no, Dennis Walsh. We were not happy about that, but did what it did. Now, I'm trying to think who else. But I went to Saguaro. So Saguaro and Sal Point kind of ran things, Dick McConnell, the great Dick McConnell, the envy of the city.
Yeah, the CDO tried to sneak in there. We didn't let him.
We didn't let him. Yeah. Okay, now let's talk a little bit then. Let's talk a little bit about this game. What do you got? What are you looking for, Dennis Walsh?
I'm looking for Tommy. I'm looking for a throwback to the Lute Olson era where ASU's running their mouth. Tommy points at the scoreboard. We're up 4,000 points, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. That's all I really want. I think, you know what? This is the epitome of a game. I think they messed with too many paws, and I think they're about to get the glove. Can we agree with this?
The glove's coming. The glove's coming.
Sheer, what are you looking for? What are you looking for prediction? Do you agree with the great Dennis Walsh?
I do. I just think Arizona needs to whoop the crap out of them, right? Like, how many games has Arizona had like that this year? Not many. It feels like every game is closer than it should be. This needs to be one of these games where you're going to Kansas, you're heading to the postseason, they just whoop. And Tommy Lloyd does what he does with Bruce, which is like he kind of makes fun of him, but not like mean. Like he needs to have a couple comments. He won't do it, but it'd be nice.
Who's the best? I was going to say, who's the best football player at Sal Point when you went there?
Gosh,
because it wasn't really a football assembly line at that point.
No, we didn't. That's a good question.
When was
I
that?
don't.
Like how far back?
1997.
Yeah, no, nobody's coming to me.
I can't really think of anybody. Chris O'Dowd kind of started that movement in like I'm
Yeah.
trying to think here. We had Saguaro actually had probably better. Did you ever hear the name Reggie Robertson?
Mm-mm.
Oh, Dennis Walsh, come on. You're
No.
making me look
I-
bad here. All right, here's my story about Reggie Robertson. You're going to like this. So, Reggie Robertson was the state player of the year at Saguaro in 1999, or maybe it was 2000. Either way, he went to Cal, and he started for like this first 6 games of his junior year. And I absolutely hated this guy. And then he got benched, and he was leading the Pac-12 in passing efficiency. And I'm like, what the heck is this? And so they bring in this bum who I hated forever, and then I finally had to admit that he was actually good. It was Aaron Rodgers. Not happy about that. Not
What did that guy ever do?
Yeah, what did that guy ever do? What does Dennis Walsh do in his spare time?
Fly. That's definitely the big one. We golf, do try to stay girthy.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of, I have a license plate reveal. So when you guys see this around town, you know it's coming.
Right. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Huh?
Oh my gosh.
Huh?
Screenshot this everything.
Whoa.
Put it back up.
Whoa.
Huh?
Whoa. Wilbur.
There you go.
Wilbur's big burner. This is your clip.
Oh my gosh.
Holy
It's coming.
crap.
The internet has Dennis Walsh.
Broken. It's done. You guys didn't know that bomb was coming. What?
You told me it was going to be something good. Oh, your buddy Jerry Reyes, the great Jerry Reyes in here as well. He went to Saguaro. I didn't know that Jerry Reyes went to Saguaro. Back to Walsh and best camera makeup I've seen. Saguaro class of 97 here. Sal Point was good for Catholic boys and girls. Hey, Jerry Reyes, do you remember the name Ivory Price? He played 1 year there. He was first team All-State as a freshman. Or not as a freshman, as a senior. Hey, you want to hear my story about 1997? I went to a Saguaro basketball game in the playoffs, and they were playing Moon Valley. And there was this guy, he hadn't blown up yet, and was some guy named Richard Jefferson. And I remember thinking, I'm like, who's this guy? He's like 6'8" or whatever. And he was very, very good. He was, Jerry Reyes. If you remember that name, you get special kudos, my friend. Yeah. All right. So how do you know Jerry Reyes? How do you know this guy?
Jerry, we go back, we race cars. And he came out to look at a car I had where it must have been 19 or 20. And it's been love ever since.
Oh, gosh, man. Was it one of those things, love on first sight?
We looked into each other's eyes and we knew.
Yeah. Listen, Brad the Bully Hudson says, Walsh is killing this. I am honored to be his hype man. I mean, who wouldn't be honored to be his hype man? Yes. Sure, I see something. I see a thought cloud coming out of your mind. What are you doing?
Oh, I was just, someone sent me a bracketology, so I was looking at it.
All right, let's talk about Tommy Lloyd. You were able to live Lute Olson, and I was able to live Lute Olson. Some of these neophytes in the chat didn't live Lute Olson. I believe that had they lived Lute Olson, they would have been a little bit more understanding of some losses, especially early on in a tenure. What say you, Dennis Walsh?
This is crazy to me. This is crazy. And I realize all the fan bases have it. You see it with Kansas now and Bill Self and what they're thinking. I have no clue.
Right.
There's two things going on. First, it's a mercenary team now. So you're going to have, ups and downs happen quickly. Remember at the start of the season, right? Dabo Sweeney can't coach. He's washed up. It's all over. Bang, there he is. Did Kyle Whittingham forget how to coach? Did Mike Gundy forget how to coach? It's just what we're playing in now. We have 1 year mercenary team. So you're going to see kind of this up and down. The second thing is not only do we live through Lute Olson, we live through Dick Tomey.
Yeah.
And I remember we were all high off of Lute Olson. And really, we started thinking it was us. We're like, no, we're really good. We should be national champions and everything. Dick Tomey's not really doing it for us, winning 6-7 games a year, being at the top of the pack, most years, or at least in the top half. We need somebody that can really get us over the hump. And then we went through 20 to 30 years of, darkness.
Yes.
And so you remember that of darkness. And you always have that in the back of your head. So when you see somebody like Tommy Lloyd, who's, clearly one of the best coaches, how dark and how glim it can go. What is Syracuse doing? I haven't heard of them in forever. They're gone.
Georgetown, UNLV.
Yeah. So, they don't seem to understand how far the bottom is and that we can definitely get into the bottom. So get on the Tommy Lloyd train. He's got his shortcomings. Lute has his shortcomings. Now, Lute's, I think, one of the best X's and O's coaches ever.
Yes.
But, I don't think he necessarily motivated the defenses. They like to play for 10-minute stretches and then go blank. He had his problems too. So Yeah, the Tommy hate, it really pissed me off.
Yeah, it's annoying. It's annoying. And it said, I tweeted out something. Normally, everything I tweet is just total poo. But I thought, did you see that picture that I tweeted out with like Will Smith's kid having like that, like headset thing on his? Yeah. The people calling for Tommy Lloyd to be fired think that's cool. Sure, this is true.
It is true. I have a question. Mike and I have gone back and forth on this, so I'm curious about your opinion too. Has this season been enjoyable for you?
It has been rough. I think because in the non-conference you really lost faith in the team.
Yeah.
And then they started regaining it, and then you see these echoes to the previous part of the season, where I think in most teams, you know what you can expect, you can kind of get into it and you can feel it. And this one, you can feel the upside and then you can feel the downside, and they seem pretty extreme.
Yes. You know what? Here's what you do, Dennis Walsh. I go into this game. I go into each game and I'm like, you know what? This could be a game where Arizona is really good. This could be a game where it looks like we're playing like a third grade level team. It's when you kind of, what's weird? I kind of had the exact opposite, because you're exactly like my mom, where it was like, it's just kind of been up and down, and it's like I have no clue what to expect. When it got to 4-5, I was like, all right, well, this just stinks. So then after a while, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to take everything with a grain of salt, and I'm going to enjoy this. There's going to be some games when they play really hard, and then KJ Lewis to me is emblematic of this team. There's going to be some games where KJ Lewis is really, really good, and there's going to be other games where he spends the entire time fouling 3-point shooters. I mean, I don't know really what to make of it, and it's a bizarre team. But in a weird way, it's kind of grown on me because it's got a lot of flaws. Reminds me of myself a little bit. A few highs and a lot of lows. How about that? You guys agree?
I mean, a lot of lows. Lows.
All right, now Javier. Javier has been saying in the comments, Javier, you're messing with the paw, you're going to get the glove. Javier wants him to leave. He is wrong. He is wrong. And Javier, I will buy you your first beer when you are eligible to get that first beer. I promise you.
No, I mean, let's not forget, we were this close to having Tim Floyd.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
we were this close to being in the woods forever. Or
right. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Let's see. Speaking of moms, Jerry Reyes, the great Jerry Reyes says, ask Dennis his mom's name. What is your mom's name?
Kendall.
Let's see here. Kendall Walsh.
He's got her nickname's Candy. He thinks that's very funny.
Yeah, all right. I got it. Man, I really want some candy right now. Interesting. This is an inside joke with all. I see you guys in here having fun with each other. I see it. All right, Dennis Walsh, we got to pay some bills. Stay on here, though, okay? Because not everybody gets to have their own private jet and fly around Bert Lopez. Now, Signature Pest Solutions. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, man, Dennis Walsh, that guy's flying around everywhere, and you know what? What if there's a pest in there and he doesn't want to get maybe it's like a scorpion or like a venomous rat, and he's like, can you have a venomous rat?
Absolutely.
All right. Either way, Dennis Walsh is probably thinking to himself, where would I go to get rid of this venomous rat? Signature Pest Solutions. They look at that rat right there. It's cute, but guess what? There could be venom in those fangs. You got to get rid of that thing. And again, our good friends at Signature Pest Solutions, you can also say, again, maybe you don't have Dennis Walsh's disposable income and you're like, you know what? AZ12, $100 off termite treatment or $50 off pest control. Maybe there's termites in a plane. Can a plane get termites?
I hope not.
Oh, can you imagine a plane like disintegrating from like termite wear? Well, not funny, but yes. Either way, Signature Pest Solutions, check it out. And bed bug elimination. We do not like bed bugs on this show. We are not a fan of bed bugs. 520-392-4360, signaturepestsolutions.com. All right, now, Longview. All right, now listen here. Sheer tries to take credit for a lot of things. Most of it's true, a lot of it's crap. This is true. I found Longview, and I found Andre Veras.
Longview.
I found the Longview.
Andre found Longview. You found Andre Veras.
Well, Andre came to me. But either way, he can help you become very successful. If you want to have a private jet, if you want to be, let's say you want to be like Bert Lopez, and you're like, you know what, that guy, what has he ever made? But these are the people to I almost said steer you in the right direction. And check it out.
Steer you in the right direction.
Steer you in the right direction. Again, I cannot endorse Andre Veras, but I can highly recommend. Check it out. Longview Insurance and Investments. All right. Addison Baxter is putting this really well. What did you think about the KO era, Dennis Walsh? Can we talk Kevin O'Neill, please? The floor is
I
yours.
actually enjoyed the KO era.
Me too.
It was fun. And actually that team was pretty fun too.
Right.
I think you said earlier Bayless was one of the best freshmen, and
Right. Let me ask you this. Was there a coach that did more with less than KO? We got to give him credit on that. You had Bayless, you had Budinger, you had Hill, and you had Nick Wise, and he guided him to 19 and 15. Whop, whop, whop.
yes, he did. Yes, but he looked good doing it, and he had fun doing it.
Yes. Yes. He looked like, yeah. Shearer, do you think you'll ever cover anybody like Kevin O'Neill again?
No. The things that Kevin O'Neill told me,
Yeah.
I'll never. Yeah. No.
Yeah. No. I always tell this story. When me and Tony Gimino were drinking with him, man, 7 or 8 mixed drinks done in like an hour and a half, not sloppy, nothing. See, I got to give that kind of drunk, or I'm not drunk. I'm not calling him a drunk. I'm saying a guy that likes to drink. I've got to give a guy like that, as opposed to like Sumlin, who's like falling over, is like laid in butter, like under like the Outback Steakhouse booth or something. Those are the ones that I don't like. The ones that are actually like functioning, I will take KO, not the guy lathered in butter who couldn't like handle his last drink. What say you?
KO can handle it, man. I've never seen anything like it. I've told this story with KO. The first time I ever met him, he took us to Guadalajara Grill, and he gets in the car, and we're driving down the big hill down, what is it, like Swan, when you're going down the hill. And he cracks what we thought was a soda, and we look closer, and he just starts drinking a Bud Light with like 4 people in his car. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, well, I'm going to die with KO in my car, but what are we going to do?
Yeah. Dennis Walsh. So again, would you have rather had KO or Tim Floyd for 10 years?
Floyd, easily.
Yeah.
The entertainment value, a decade of KO?
You know where the program would be?
We win like 3 games a season.
Can you understand that like people aren't having fun this year after
Right.
10 years of KO?
Yeah.
KO would have been in the picture with Boswell.
Yes, KO would have been in the picture. Yes. KO is the one that is ushering him to the table as well, guys. Let's go have a couple drinks. All right, let's get a prediction, though, and then we're going to sign off. Let's get a prediction, though, for the great... By the way, Dennis Walsh, you are a natural. I can tell all the friends in here, though. Also, we appreciate you hopping in, though. Hang out with people like Dennis Walsh. You got to keep company. Again, greatness, recognize greatness, Dennis Walsh.
Well, thank you. I've been lifted up from the huddled, tired masses.
Yeah, the
for my
hungry
15 minutes.
What is it? The hungry children, the hungry tired, whatever it is. All right, give me a prediction though, Dennis Walsh. You're back in the A, I assume.
I'm back in the A, and I'm back in the A hard. We're going
Nice.
76 to 60.
76-60. Oh, I like that one. 16 points. Shearer, what are you going with?
86-68. I think Arizona just kicks the crap out of them.
86-68. Wait a second. Dennis Walsh just said 86-70. You said 86-68. Is this true?
Yeah.
You're just copying Dennis Walsh.
It was in the break. It was in the breakdown. Yeah. It's the right score. It's a 17.5 point spread.
All right. Yeah, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go 86-69. Ooh. So again, one of us is going to be right here. One of us is going to be right. 100-50. I like that one as well. We need a weekly Walsh segment. Yeah, you were very good. This is true.
Yes.
This is true.
Yes. And we actually increased the live count. So,
Yeah, that was awesome.
No, we did. No, Dennis, you're very good. Yeah. What's that Jay-Z song? Dirt Off My Shoulder.
Dirt off my shoulder. That's right.
Yeah. Dirt Off My Shoulder. Yeah. Whop. I ain't a killer, but don't test me. Tupac. Anyways. All right. On that note. All right, Dennis Walsh, you're the man. Are you going to be, real quick, are you going to be flying around anytime this week?
Probably not this week.
Why not?
No, well, because I'm not paying the bills.
Oh, that's a good point. Hey, can you fly any plane?
Can I personally fly any
Yeah,
plane?
yeah, like a one of those like 747s. Like,
No.
Can you fly? Oh.
No.
So it's just like the private jets and stuff.
It depends. It's what you're type rated for. It's what you've got the licensing for. It's
Right.
a little more complex.
All right, Luis Acuna says, ask Dennis what brand he only lets touch his skin. What is this?
This is a Lululemon joke.
Okay, let's hear it.
Yeah, no, that's the end of
that's
the
the
joke.
joke? Oh,
So
okay.
this is actually the Lululemon U of A shirt.
Oh.
That's where he's going.
I get it. You guys are funny. That's that Sal Point education. Did Luis go to Sal Point?
Luis did not go to South Point.
Where did Luis go?
Where did you go, Luis? I actually don't know. He was he's a car racing guy too.
Oh, right. Oh, a car racing guy. So do you guys know Dick Trimmer or Rick Trimmer?
No, but I mean we should.
You should know. Have you know of that? The Trimmers were they were big racers in Tucson, though, right? Race car.
Absolutely.
Hey, you want to know something about race car? There's something unique about that term. You want to know something unique about it?
It's spelled the same forwards and backwards.
What's that called?
Palindrome.
Yes.
Yeah.
South Point coming through.
That is, man, dude. Seriously, man. That private education paid off in big ways. Right there.
Whop.
Yes. What? All right. Follow the great Dennis Walsh on Twitter at La Jolla. La Jolla. L.
Yes, I was feeling very hoity-toity that day.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. Exactly. All right. Dennis Walsh, we will have you back on. You're the man. Very much appreciate you.
Thank you,
Jason
guys. That was awesome.
Yes, Jason
Thanks,
Shear.
Dennis.
Good job unmuting him, by the way. Keep
Yes,
this
thank you.
going. All right. Yes. I am merely Mike Luke. Oh, Girth. Hey, real quick. Somebody said in there, Girth Force 1.
Oh,
That,
Oh,
we can get that done. We can get that
yes.
yes.
That's got to happen.
You don't have to have a license plate on a plane, do you? Or how do they,
No, you have a tail number.
a tail number? Which tail? Is it on like like the only tail probably, right? Yeah, okay. All right. This thing's going out of control. All right. Dennis Walsh, Jason Shear, I'm merely Mike Luke. Buy merch. TTFN. We'll see you on the post-game show. Woo!